This podcast contains strong language and adult situations. If that's not your thing, you've been warned.
Welcome to the Fuck My Work Life podcast.
I'm Kay.
And I'm Jay.
Have you ever had a bad day at work?
Well, in this podcast, we share your weird, wonderful, and sometimes horrific stories from the workplace.
Which may leave you thinking, maybe I don't have it so bad after all.
Maybe not. Let's do this.
Let's get into it. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Fuckers.
Yeah, you fuckers, you.
Yeah.
How is everyone today?
We're good.
Out there in podcast listener land.
Oh, they're good too.
Yeah, they're good. How are you, Jay?
I'm good. You know?
You know what tomorrow is?
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day.
We can wear green, and if you don't, someone can pinch you, and then you can punch them.
Yeah. I don't know how that, why is that even a thing?
Because people are stupid?
Well, I mean, yeah. But I wonder what the story is behind that.
Oh, behind like pinching someone if they're not wearing green?
Yeah.
Oh, some asshole decided like he titty twisted someone and they were like, oh, he can't do that. And he was like, you're not wearing green. That's my excuse. And okay, I'll go register.
Yeah. I'm sure that's exactly how it happened.
I think so.
I mean, it is really just a holiday for people to drink. I mean, I know there's a lot more meaning behind it, but that's what it has turned into. And
for drunk people to put green stuff in the, what is it, the Chicago River or something like that?
Well, I think they do it in Ireland too.
Oh, do they?
I think so. Drink green beers, stuff, you know. I recently, in the grand scheme of my life, found out that I am a lot Irish. I didn't think I was any Irish until I did the DNA thing. And then it was like,
yeah, no,
you're as white as they come. You are like 99.9%.
Yeah. Like
British Isles, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yay.
Me too. I was very, very white. Yeah. I was what? You know what's weird is like what did we do? The 23andMe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So somehow I am French and German, you know, like I'm also British and Irish and Scandinavian and French and German, but like what, France is here? France does border Germany, huh?
Yes.
It does. Okay.
Geography. That's your geography lesson.
Yep. I just learned geography. Learn something new every day.
I mean, I was told growing up that, you know, as I think a lot of Americans are, that, oh, you're part Native American and oh yeah, you know, you're Cherokee, and there is none of that.
Yeah. I was told the same thing.
It's all European.
I was told your grandmother is 50% Native American, Cherokee Indian. And I would be shown pictures. Like, look at her.
Someone stole from an encyclopedia.
No. It was like pictures of my grandma. Look at her. Like she, you know, my grandma is kind of dark complected, you know, and then I did 23andMe. I am only 0% Native American, yeah. Like fucking almost negative.
Yeah. I remember as a little kid, because my dad had really dark hair, like almost black hair, really dark. And as a little kid, I was convinced he had to be Italian because his hair was dark. He was like, no, we're not Italian. I was like, but how is that possible? You have dark hair.
I think I'm like 5% Italian from my 23andMe. But, you know, honestly, I want to just spring the $100 or whatever it is, $60, $70, and do it again just to see if it comes up any different.
Yeah.
And maybe like drink some coffee right before I put the spittle in there to see if anything. I'm like 80% Colombian.
Oh my God. Snort some Coke and Jesus.
Oh, that was racist.
The coffee wasn't?
I mean, but the coffee was funny though.
Anywho, drink. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
everyone.
happy St. Patrick's Day, you fucking wankers, you.
Irish is a hard accent. That's a hard accent. I'll do my Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Why can't you say like my hat? Why can't you say
like my shoes?
But you're not wearing any shoes, Joseph.
Fuck off.
That was a dumb movie from what, the 80s? Earlier 90s? No, like early 90s.
Was it early 90s? Far and away?
I don't know. It was stupid. Again, happy St. Patrick's Day in honor of that.
We drink because we work.
That's right.
That is right.
You are drinking a very Irish beer today.
I am. This is from the Adolph Kars Company. It is Kars Banquet.
I'm sorry. What? Bless
Kars Banquet.
That sounds more French.
Yes, it does. But, French and German are basically they're the same thing.
And what does that have to do with Ireland?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just go with me.
Banquet.
Just
the finest French beer.
So
Coors Banquet.
Because Coors Light did not send me a pallet, I said, fuck them. And I got the Coors Banquet, which is now known as the Coors Banquet.
Banquet.
Because I need it to be fancy.
And it's in a stubby bottle.
It is.
I am actually drinking the most probably recognizable Irish beer in the world. I'm drinking a Guinness Draft Stout. But
this is a different one. This isn't your normal Guinness.
It is nitrogenated for smoothness. Yes. It's a Guinness. It was either this or, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Smithwick's beer. That's all they had at Bevmo. So I went with Guinness.
Smithwick's?
Smithwick's?
It wasn't Samuel's? Oh, no. Oh, okay.
That's not Irish. Yeah. There was a lot of Samuel Smith, but that's England.
Look, 23andMe says British and Irish are the same thing.
Well, that doesn't count for beer. So yeah, cheers everybody.
Cheers, guys.
If you want to share what you're drinking, you can hashtag we drink because we work.
Please do.
Maybe we'll see it.
You're making us feel like functional alcoholics.
Why? Because they're also drinking?
No, because we're doing all the drinking and no one's hashtagging us.
Some people do.
Oh. Well, I don't Twitter, so.
Start hashtagging us, man.
I need to Twitter more.
You need to Twitter more.
It took me so long to figure out Facebook and then so long to figure out Instagram, which wasn't that hard because it's basically just scroll. But Twitter is like so many times I get a message. Oh, this person replied to your message, or this person mentioned you in a comment. And I click on it and I see the comment and I'm like, but what's the original post that they mentioned, and I didn't know that you have to like scroll up to see the original post. And I think I went, that one day, like half an hour. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I click everywhere and all it shows me is this person mentioned me here. And I'm like, what, like, how the fuck? I don't like the Twitterverse.
And I texted you, scroll up.
Yeah.
And you were like,
have you tried to scroll up? And I scrolled up and I was like, oh, well, why does it start at the top of the page and I can scroll down to my comment?
I don't know. I love Twitter. Twitter's fun.
But you're good at that stuff. I'm not.
Well, you got to get on there more and figure it out, and then you'll be good at it.
I know, but there's not enough pictures.
You were a picture book kind of kid, weren't you?
If there were more pictures. Yeah, I mean, do you
this
know
book has no
how
pictures.
Excited I was when Audible came out, and I was like, I don't have to read books. I can pay an old man to read them to me. I was fucking ecstatic. And now I'm like, yeah, I've read those books. And I haven't actually read them, but
you've consumed them.
I've consumed them. Yeah.
I can't do it. We've had this conversation. I can't do it. I like to read, but reading also puts me to sleep. So I'll read a page and then just be out.
It makes me dizzy.
Well, maybe you need better glasses.
I just went to the fucking eye doctor. Just need new eyeballs.
Yeah, there you go. Go get an eyeball transplant.
Yeah.
Let's get into our weekly distractions. People have been enjoying this, so that's cool.
What's your weekly distraction?
Mine is it hasn't been a super exciting week, but my distraction is our little dog, Willow.
Yeah, little Wallow.
She's been with me for a little over 13 years now. I adopted her on Valentine's Day.
Aww.
I know. But she's 15 and she has very, very, very bad teeth.
Well, I mean, we can't even say she has bad teeth.
She's got plaque.
She has bad tartar and plaque.
Yeah. So I haven't taken her to get those fixed because when she was about 5, she went under anesthesia to get a dental and her heart rate dropped really, really low and they had to pull her out of it. So our last vet said, yes, her teeth are bad, but he didn't recommend doing the cleaning and putting her under anesthesia because of the last incident. But we decided that vet sucks. And we went to a different one this week and they offered us some alternatives. So she's got an EKG. She got a radiograph.
Yeah.
She's going to see a doggy cardiologist to make sure her little heart is good enough so she can go get her teeth done and feel better. So I've kind of been doting on her all week and hanging out with her and snuggling her. And
poor thing.
She is a spunky fucking 15-year-old though.
She is.
She's so full of energy and her heart is good. We got her results. She still hasn't seen the cardiologist, but her EKG, her blood work was good, her radiograph. Yeah. So
yeah, everything is checking out okay with her. So hopefully they'll be able to do something to clean her teeth because it's got to be hurting her. And I guarantee there are multiple teeth that need to be pulled
out. Yeah.
And she would probably throw a party if she could when she found out all she can eat is wet food.
Yeah. She's like, oh, my life is better.
She would throw a smasher.
Yeah. And I'm sure once they pull her teeth out, she's going to have that little sideways tongue that hangs out the side of her mouth.
It's so fucking cute.
She's already adorable and that'll just make her even more adorable. But the big thing is that she'll be hopefully in less pain and a little bit more happy. But
we'll post a nude on
a nude?
Yeah, we'll post a nude on the Twitter sphere.
Some doggy nudes of Willow. Willow, do you want an OnlyFans site, Willow?
I'm just saying, she doesn't wear clothes, so we'll post a nude.
Okay. What's your weekly distraction, Jay?
My weekly distraction, I know all of you are going to understand this. My weekly distraction is a desiccant air dryer.
Okay.
So it's basically a water separator for my air compressor. Because in a past episode, we talked about I do painting. I do a lot of painting, and this isn't rattle can painting. Mm-hmm. This is like air compressor, paint gun. I mix the paints. And a desiccant air dryer is actually just like an air dryer that separates water in. It's got like beads in it, and the beads kind of sop up the water before it comes out of the line. But you can also take copper pipe and make 4 or 5 runs of a snake where it goes up and then goes down. And at the bottom, when it goes down, you have like a ball valve that you can open, and all the water, basically condensation that's in the lines, you can empty that water because an air compressor is, it's a pump. It's basically an engine that sits on top of a tank. And as that engine runs, it pumps air into the tank, but that air is over 200 degrees when it's pumped into the tank. So when it goes down the air hose, it cools off, and that cooling off creates condensation, and that condensation creates moisture in the lines. And when you're painting, the biggest thing is it will cause a lot of orange peel in your clear coats that you spray. So you spray the clear coats. And if you've ever seen like a shitty paint job and they've painted a car and you look at it and it looks like the peel of an orange, like there's a little texture to the clear coat, that's either they weren't spraying it at the right air pressure or there was moisture in the lines. There's a lot of different reasons why you get it. But I would like to build one because summer is coming, and when the weather warms up, I paint.
Yeah.
I would like to build one. It's fucking cold right now.
Yeah.
It's like 65 degrees here.
So cold.
It's so cold. And it's hard to get out there and work.
Yeah.
Also, I've just been lazy.
Yeah, I've been very lazy. That's why my weekly distraction was Willow, because I've really just come home from work and I sit on the couch and I snuggle up with her. So, I mean, it'll get warm soon and we'll probably start doing more stuff. It also, I think next weekend is, well, no, when this releases, it'll already have been the time change. So it'll be staying lighter later and we'll probably get some more stuff done after work. Maybe we'll have some more exciting weekly distractions for y'all next time.
We will.
So if you guys want to share your weekly distraction with us, you can hashtag weekly distraction on Twitter, Instagram, tag us at FMWL pod. We did get one from Kelly. Her weekly distraction is, I think it's called Peacemaker show, kind of like a superhero show. And she says she's been loving that and cracking up at
the
that.
one with John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been her weekly distraction. So thanks for sharing that with us, Kelly from Drunk Theory.
Yes, Kelly from Drunk Theory.
All right, we're going to do a quick break for a promo. If you guys listened to our episode a couple weeks ago, we had Brendan from Unchefed on, and we're going to listen to the promo for his show right now.
Love that guy.
We do. We love Brendan.
Hello, everyone. This is Brendan from the Unchefed podcast. Each week on Unchefed, we unpack a topic regarding the politics and history of our plates in the hope of becoming better eaters. That's Unchefed, available now on your preferred podcast network.
And we're back.
All right, go
give those guys a listen. Can I talk?
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Go listen to Unchefed.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Uncut Jam.
Uncut Jam.
Uncut Jam. Yeah, it was like the meals are uncut jams. Anyway, this episode has a theme.
Yes.
So we got a voicemail and we got a story for people that work for Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't...
Which, if you don't know, they are now paying $15 an hour to start.
Wow.
And as the cost of living increases, the pay goes up.
Well, I don't even think $15 is a living wage anywhere in America now.
Oh, I'm sure it is in some places.
Maybe in like the Midwest. But anyway, they suck. And so I found, before we get into the listener submitted stories, I found an article. We're going to go through a couple things that go on in the Amazon warehouses. This is from ninjajournalist.com. Sounds super legit. I have no idea what this media outlet is. I am a ninja. I just Googled Amazon horror stories, and this is one that came up. So this article was put together by Jessica Lawrence over at ninjajournalist.com. I'm not going to read the article. I'm just going to kind of go through and like point out some crazy shit they have to deal with in the warehouses. So this came out in 2021, kind of in the middle of the pandemic. So one of the first things is, so like their warehouses are huge. They're like fucking gigantic. Yeah. So there's a fuck ton of people that work there.
It's like 20 Walmarts put together.
Yeah. So COVID protocols and stuff, you're supposed to stagger break time so people can social distance and stuff. And they didn't do that in their warehouses. And so everyone was just packed into the break rooms. No way to social distance at all. So they didn't really care about keeping anyone safe during the pandemic. So that's one thing. This one is freaking insane. So disregarding impairments. I'm just going to read this short bit here. So it's an employer's job to make sure that their employees' needs are met. It's especially important to take note and action regarding any disabilities or impairments an employment may have to ensure that a workplace is a safe environment for them. However, this Amazon employee states that she was asked by her manager, "Are you sure you can't see?" implying that she was faking her impairment. Not only that, but she was almost put into departments and roles that were unsuitable due to her visual impairment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, when you're one of the richest people in the world, you can basically get away with whatever you want.
Absolutely. So their employees are tracked by computers throughout their shift rather than an actual manager. So you rarely encounter a human manager, but when you're on your shift, you're supervised by basically a machine. So one employee said, "You're being tracked by a computer the entire time you're there. You don't get reported or written up by managers. You get written up by an algorithm. You're keenly aware there is an algorithm keeping track of you, making sure you keep going as fast as you can, because if there's too much time lapsed between items, the computer will know this, will write you up, and you will get fired."
Why aren't you making a shoe?
"You should put that tiny item in a larger box.
And then in a larger box. And then in another larger box." Right up.
So I guess as a warehouse worker, basically they call them rates. And this is kind of like your productivity, how many items you're supposed to pack per hour. And so rates are a very important factor to Amazon. Amazon employees are all too familiar with them. Many of the horror stories that employees tell about their workplace often feature rates. Rates are assigned at the beginning of your shift, and the aim is to keep to the rate or risk getting the sack. This employer... Ball sack. A former Amazon employee stated that once his rate was said to be 700 items per hour.
Holy fuck.
Meaning that he had to pack and appropriately label 700 items during his hour shift. And, you know, sometimes shit happens if you're packaging like liquid things and they spill and you have to clean that up.
Yeah.
You're fucked because then you don't, that doesn't count
or you
as
have to
time
pee.
Spent working. Oh, we'll get into that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this one's fucking nuts. Okay. My last day at the warehouse, I tripped on the stairs going down the catwalk. I sprained my ankle, according to their first aid department. They said that I can come back every hour for 15 minutes to rest my ankle every day until I got better. However, if I went to an actual doctor to get it looked at, if the doctor required any accommodations like sitting to rest it, a boot, etc., they would not honor them, and I would not be allowed back until the doctor 100% cleared me.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm canceling my Prime.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I mean, the only reason I pay for Prime is the 2-day shipping, and it's never 2 days. It's never fucking 2 days. It's always, it will be here by Wednesday at 10 p.m. and then Wednesday at 6 p.m. We're so sorry. Your package has been delayed. It'll be here by Friday.
Yeah.
We already have your money. What the fuck are you going to do?
So I guess a lot of times you'll hear Amazon. You can see all the commercials now about how great it is to work for Amazon. Oh my God, I get $15 an hour. If it wasn't for Amazon, I'd be on the streets. But I guess they advertise 15-minute breaks, but in reality, they only get 10-minute breaks. And they actually say like during stand-up meetings, they'll be drilled and management will say like to the group, how long are your breaks? And like sheep, we all drone back 10 minutes. So they're like forced to these 10-minute breaks. And because of that, as we stated earlier, they're tracked by robots to make sure they're hitting their rates and getting the algorithms. But these warehouses are so big that bathrooms are far away. So some people have to go down 3 or 4 flights of stairs to the nearest bathroom, and they're afraid of not missing their rates and getting fired. So they just don't drink water during their normal like 12-hour shifts because they're afraid of having to go to the bathroom. And also, some people have just started peeing in bottles at their station because the bathrooms are too far. They're afraid of being away from their workstation and the computers tracking them down and basically firing them for having to go to the bathroom.
How has no one, I'm sure someone has, but we should look up on YouTube or something like Amazon warehouse hidden cams. Someone like they make such small little cameras that are like a pin in your pocket. How has no one, how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah. I was going to go off on a whole tangent on how people are afraid, they need work. Mm-hmm. And so you're afraid to say anything. You're afraid to rock the boat because you need a fucking job.
Well, and plus, like, you work in a warehouse, but it's an Amazon warehouse. If you try to sue, you're going to they're going to fucking bury you in lawyers' fees.
Yeah.
Because their lawyers are going to be so just cutthroat piece of shit people that should probably be not active members of a society.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm going off into the weeds.
I'm fucking mad. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just nuts.
I know. I'm gonna end with this last and probably one of the most horrifying. I mean, yeah, it's just fucked up. So an employee was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she was put on a performance improvement plan, which is Amazon code for you're in danger of being fired because of quote unquote difficulties in her personal life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Amazon is a piece of shit.
This is not, I don't know. this can't end well. If you're taking people who are in dire straits and you're giving them a job and putting these commercials out that you can make things better, and then you're treating them like this and their job is in jeopardy because they have fucking cancer, you consider it something in their personal life, which technically it is. How the fuck has no one blown one of these fucking places up? This is the new
Post office.
going postal. This is going to be the new going postal.
Going Amazonian. Yeah, it's crazy. And what's crazy is that this shit is basically allowed to happen because they have more money than God.
Yeah, because they can pay for it to go away.
All that matters is big business and commerce.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy. Yeah. I hope we don't get
fucking ruined.
I hope we don't get a cease and desist for this episode. Not that anyone fucking listens to it. But yeah.
We won't. We're reading shit off of.
That's true.
We're reading an article off of the internet, and not the whole article, just bits and pieces of the article.
Yeah, so you can go after Jessica Lawrence at ninjajournalist.com.
Right?
Okay. So we have a story that was sent in from someone that's related to our topic.
Yeah.
Do you want to read it, Jay?
Sure, I'll read it.
Okay.
So there's no title. I mean, it says a little work story for you guys, but this is basically an Amazon worker. Hi, guys. I hope you're well. Let me tell you a little story about how and why I was fired from a little online company called Amazon. So I worked in their customer service department many years ago in Slow. And for a while, I was a model employee, hitting great numbers, offering exceptional service, and going above and beyond. I was promoted and began to train new employees who were just temporarily employed for the busy Christmas period. But after a couple of years, I became a little disgruntled and my heart wasn't in the job anymore. It wasn't about the customer, but just about getting your numbers up. So replying to as many emails as possible and answering loads of calls without ever really getting to the bottom of the query.
So their call centers are pretty much just like their warehouses, it sounds like.
Yeah. Also, at the time, I drove a very old Ford Fiesta, and one day my car ignition barrel simply broke. So to get around this, I had to insert my car key and then use my locker key from work to actually start the car. Quite a faff, I can tell you.
A faff?
A faff.
What's a faff? Is that like a kerfuffle?
A kerfuffle?
Is a faff a kerfuffle? Let us know.
I think it's along the same lines.
I don't mean to correct you, but I think it's slough.
Oh, I thought he was just saying like
I'm slow.
No. Years ago in Slow, like San Luis Obispo.
Oh, no, I think it's slough.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's England.
Okay, I'll start over.
You don't have to start over. It's fine.
Slough.
I could be wrong, but I think I don't know.
She's so fucking loaded. Our cat is high as fuck because this is what we do before we record. Otherwise, they'll run around and scream at us.
We give him a shit ton of catnip.
Yeah, we get him a shit ton of catnip. Ghost, we would have to give him half the bottle of catnip to slow him down.
He's a big boy. She's swaying over there.
She is fucking lit right now. She's got that Detroit lean when she's sitting there and she's got that Detroit lean just looking at us like, what are you guys doing?
What's going on there, man?
Dude, this is so fucking nar, bro.
Okay, let's go back to the story.
She's so fucking cute. Okay, so I had to work weekends when no managers were really around, so a trick I and others used was to answer a call, put the customer on mute, and leave them there until they hung up. Thus getting my stats up and meaning I didn't actually have to speak to them.
Perfect.
I guess I did this a few too many times and was eventually called for a meeting with my manager. Uh-oh. They asked why my stats would show I had a lot of calls of around 10 seconds.
Now it took 10 seconds for the people to hang up.
Yeah, I'm guessing if you're calling Amazon, you're fucking impatient.
Hello? Click.
Obviously, I pretended I was just as confused as them. Perhaps it was an issue with the telephones. Then they said, can we play you some of your calls?
Oh, no.
Oh,
shit.
You fucking wanker. You got me.
Shite.
This was the moment I thought I could be in some trouble. So my manager proceeded to play several of my customer calls where you could just hear the customer saying, hello, hello, and then swearing and hanging up. This was awkward, and to be honest, I had no defense. I was caught red-handed and was told my contract was being terminated.
Oh.
So my manager sat with me in the meeting room in silence while someone gathered my belongings from my desk.
Awkward.
Awkward. I was given my Dwight bobblehead and a few other knickknacks and sent on my way. As I was watched walking to my car, it was at this moment I realized they'd taken my locker key. So I had no way of starting my car.
No. Screwdriver.
They must have thought I was just leaving my car there, but I had to pop to a shop to buy a padlock with the key the same size as my locker key. I purchased a replacement key, returned to my car, and eventually left the premises, never to return again.
That's a right kerfuffle.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like
You
it's
dodged
probably
a
the
bullet.
best thing that could have happened to you.
Yeah.
I then called my friend and we played a round of golf in the afternoons. So it was an eventful day all in all.
Perfect.
I'm not entirely sure what happened to Amazon and their founder, Jeff Bezos, but I think they've really struggled since they got rid of me. So the joke's on them. Cheers. Dan from the Be There with Belson
Podcast. Thank you, Dan. That's awesome.
I mean, that's good. Honestly, the beginning of our episode was the horrors of working at Amazon. And while this guy dodged a bullet getting out of there the way he did, that was not Amazon's fault.
Yeah, he did that to himself.
I mean, if you say, hi, thank you for calling Amazon, hold.
I don't even know if he said, hi, thank you for calling Amazon.
It's probably just like, pick up, hold, set down.
That's great. Thanks again, Dan. Okay, so we got a voicemail, another Amazon employee related story. So we are going to go ahead and play that now for you.
Hey, fuck my work life. How y'all doing? This is George. I got a rant for you about my job. I work at Amazon. Yeah. I'm regretting every decision I've made in my life the last 6 months. I don't hate it at all. Especially during now, it's peak, and it was like a few days ago was Cyber Monday. Oh man, terrible. My feet hurt. I love it all. You know my favorite part is not the 12-hour days, 6 days a week, not the managers bullshitting, talking about they appreciate us. Like, stop lying to us. No. My favorite part is the singular egg sandwich they gave us for Thanksgiving. I love that one. It was cold. Oh, my favorite temperature. Like, also the new people, the new people, they don't just get like people who like kind of need the job. You know what I mean? It's like no one loves their job unless it's like their own business. But like, they don't like take the extra 15 minutes to like consider, oh, this person has bills to pay. Like, no, let's get the most new human we can find. Like, barely legal. They can barely drive. Let's get them and then bring them all in to bring them all in, and then they ain't got no ambition or nothing like that. So it's like they can lose a job. You know why? It's because they can go home to their parents. They still live with their parents. They can go chill. They ain't got no crisis. They lose their job. They don't go cry in their car. Like, they just go home, smoke weed, and do whatever else kids do. I'm not even that age anymore. But I got like a minute of my 30-minute lunch. We're doing this right now in our little, what I like to call our suicide booth, but it's like one of those noise-free phone call booths. First time using it. It's pretty good. I might use it more. The screams.
Scream.
Thank you. I needed this. Love the show. I'll call in again when I got my thoughts together in like a month. When peak is over. See y'all later.
Holy shit. Okay.
Damn, George.
George, you need to take a little time and write us a story about these suicide booths.
Right.
Because I want to know what the fuck this is all about. It's like I'm guessing it's like a soundproof booth where they can go and make phone calls, and I'm sure it's recorded. I mean, I can't imagine Jeff Bezos has soundproof booths where people can make phone calls and doesn't record all of the fucking phone calls. But still, I want to hear about it.
I hope you still have a job, George. You didn't get fired. Because I kind of love that your first time using the booth, you called us. Thank you.
And the new humans.
Yeah.
I
feel you on that, dude.
I also work in a place where it seems like that's a lot of what they hire now is the new humans who just fuck it.
Zero sense of responsibility.
Yeah, no responsibility whatsoever
at all.
You know,
and if you
want me to have responsibility, I'm going to have my mommy call.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my mommy call HR and tell you what's up.
Yeah. Yeah. I was having a conversation on Twitter about goddamn Gen Zers. Is it Gen Z? That's not the new one. Is that
Millennials?
No, after millennials.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, like the younger ones. There's just
I only know that there's Gen X and millennials because we just watched that Survivor.
Yeah.
I don't know what comes after that.
No, millennials are actually like reaching the age of maturity now, and it's the younger ones that are just.
Are they though?
Some of them, yeah. What do they call them? The geriatric millennials. They're reaching an age of maturity and getting their shit together. But I remember, because we're old, I remember complaining about millennials, you know, like
I don't like them
5-10 years ago, and now it's the next generation that's even worse.
I don't like them either.
I mean, hi, this is your new job. We need you to be here every day. It's really important that you're here to learn how to do your job. And then they miss 2 weeks out of 2 months. And you're just like, Jesus, where is your sense of responsibility?
Yeah. I mean, look.
I did not grow up that way.
If you're going to dress like my great grandfather dressed with his cardigan and his little Peaky Blinders cap, at least be responsible like they were. Don't just dress like them.
I wish people were showing up dressing like little old people. We usually get people in
pajama pants,
torn up jeans, and hoodies.
Yeah.
For your professional job.
It's like multiple times a day because lucky me, I sit right next to the bathroom. So I get all the traffic. I mean, I don't mind it because I get to judge like, oh, that motherfucker's taking the shit.
You've been in there a long time.
Yeah. Like the guy next to me, I'm like, what do you think? Number 1 or number 2? He'll be like, oh, he always says number 1. And I'm like, nah, that's a number 2, bro. And then like 10 minutes later, they come out and I'm like, you still think number 1? That's a number 2.
Are you guys betting money on that?
No.
That'd be fun. And then you get fired for gambling at work.
Yeah, I know, right? But with sitting next to the bathroom and judging people's bathroom habits, I also multiple times see mostly girls, pretty much 100% girls, wearing fucking pajama pants. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, these are slacks. No, those are like a felt material, and there's fucking
we don't wear felt.
Whatever. Like
fleece.
Yeah, fleece. That's what I meant. A fleece material with fucking donuts and kittens on it. Like that's pajama pants. And also, just because your t-shirt is V-neck does not make it a blouse. It's still a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
all day
you see that shit.
No, it's not fair.
No, to be fair, since we came back from lockdown, They have definitely loosened up on the dress code, but people will still push it as far
Except for men.
as they possibly can.
Except for men. We still have to wear
Aw.
collared shirts every single day.
Poor
and
men.
jeans or slacks. Could you imagine if I showed up in my fucking sweatpants?
Yeah.
And been like, what? They're slacks. See, it has pockets.
Yeah. Work is dumb.
So what if it's drawstring?
Yeah. These are my drawstring slacks.
These are drawstring slacks that are a little thick and
Yeah.
have like a microfiber fur on the inside.
Yeah,
Whatever.
they're elasticized at the ankle. I don't care. Thank you for those stories. If anyone else has any Amazon related stories, we'd love to hear them. And we want an update from George. I want to know how George is doing.
I know.
How you doing, George? You
Oh,
okay?
Update. Yes, we want an update, but you sound like you got some good stories
Yeah,
from that
man.
place. I want you leave them on a voicemail. You know, we'll dictate them or we'll play the voicemail. I want to hear those stories because I know George's stories are.
George has got some good stories.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that wraps it up for our stories for today. But we do want to continue on with our weirdest jobs from the States, the good old United of States.
Of America.
United of States.
United of States of America.
America. All right. Do you want to do the first one?
Sure.
Kentucky.
All right. Kentucky. Their weirdest job is a farrier. And
Do they find fairies?
well, I mean, or they ride ferrets.
Sex ferrets. Ferret sexer.
Whoa.
Not that, like determining male and female, not having sex with ferrets. Anyway, what's a farrier? I broke Jay.
All right. With a long equestrian tradition.
Oh, stop it.
With a long equestrian tradition. Wow.
Equestrian's a stupid word.
With a long equestrian tradition, many Kentuckians work as farriers or someone who makes horseshoes and fits them on horses. Farriers can learn their trade at the Kentucky Horseshoeing School in Richmond.
Wow. I'm guessing like the two choices are clown college
Yeah,
or Kentucky
no shit.
horseshoeing school.
You want to be a rodeo clown or you want to be a horseshoer?
I mean, good for you,
You
farriers.
coming up in the world. Boy, I tell you what, we got you set up, man.
Your guidance counselor in high school is like, look, we've got two things that you can do in the world.
You can dig ditches. You can go big and be a horseshoer, or you can be a rodeo clown.
Don't rodeo clowns make a lot of money, though? I don't know. I just made that up.
Well, I mean, you're asking me the question, and I'm fucking stumped because I have no. I know I'm from Louisiana, but we're not born with that knowledge.
Yeah, it's not ingrained in your brain.
Well, when I was a rodeo clown,
back in
we got a
junior high,
bonus for how many people we could fit in that little bitty car.
I don't think rodeo clowns do that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's a circus.
That's a
clown.
circus clown.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
All right, next one is Louisiana.
That's where you're from.
That's my hometown,
What
baby.
was your fate?
Huh?
What was could be your fate
Oh,
if you stayed in Louisiana.
well,
Louisiana.
a bridge and lock tender.
Okay.
As the terminus point of the Mississippi, Jesus Christ, it's Louisiana. Don't make it so smart. As the terminus point of the Mississippi River and the okay, I'll just do it normal. As the terminus point of the Mississippi River and the location of the Mississippi River Delta, Louisiana has a substantial river control system, including a number of locks.
Ooh.
I don't think they mean master locks.
I know. They're like the things where
For all
like,
you people from Louisiana.
it doesn't have something to do with like you close off this lock and then the ship can come in there and then you close up and it like raises it up so they can go over the doohick.
Also not born with that knowledge.
Okay.
The state has nearly 10 times the concentration of bridge and lock tenders compared to the national workforce. Okay, so this one actually is a weird job because it's something that's not
Very specific to
Yeah.
Louisiana
Yeah, I mean,
or anywhere along the Mississippi River.
yeah, a person who does horseshoes, not weird. I mean, I'm
It's
pretty.
kind of weird.
I think every state
Right.
has one
Yeah, probably.
or multiple.
But they got to go to the school in Kentucky.
Oh, okay. We're getting into the next one now.
Well, I get to do the next one, don't I?
Oh yeah, you get to do the next one.
Was
I'm gonna
that
get
it?
a beer.
Was that it for Louisiana?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay, our next one is from Maine, and their weirdest job is a worm digger.
What?
Worm digger.
Oh, my cousin Jeb used to do that.
They remember fish bait. Okay.
Yep.
Maine is the only place in the U.S. where fishermen can get sandworms, a popular fish bait. Worm diggers search through the mud all across Maine's shoreline, picking up thousands of the creatures in a day. That sounds gross. I mean, okay, great. Enjoy your fish bait, Maine. Okay, and the last one for today is from Maryland. Ooh, no, I don't want to do this. Never mind. Weirdest job. Hey, this one's for Jeremy.
Yep.
Crime scene cleaner. So Maryland has the 7th highest murder rate among states. Isn't that where DC is? Is DC in Maryland?
Washington, D.C. is its own state.
But it's like in Maryland. It's surrounded by Maryland, right?
Yeah.
And there's like huge. Is it its own state?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fold now.
Okay.
I already said yeah.
Okay.
Washington D.C.
Anyway.
is its own state. As I was rolling my eyes, so I'm definitely not going to go.
There's a lot of crime in that area. So Maryland has the 7th highest murder rate among states. When these crimes occur, professionals are needed to clean the scene, and that's all it says about that. So
That's all it says.
That's all it says. So those are your job options in Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, and Maryland. If you guys live in those states and you...
Well, those are your weirdest job options.
Yeah.
You could always work for Amazon.
Or Amazon. So if you live in those states and you have a weirder job...
I forgot we weren't going to say Amazon this episode.
Yes, we were. We just weren't going to title it.
We weren't going to...
We have to say Amazon. We're just not going to title it Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What were we going to title it? Oh, we were going to title it Rainforest.
Or something along those lines.
Yeah, Rainforest. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So if you live in one of those states and you can think of a weirder job, send us a message. And,
that's right.
And that's it for us today.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Figures.
Make sure you listen, follow, do all the things we're going to listen to, all the things you can do. And you know what? Join our Patreon.
Yeah.
We're going to have some cool stuff there.
We are.
And it's patreon.com/
we're going to have
FMWL pod.
Like we're giving away cars. We're giving away like businesses.
We're not doing
We're giving
any of
away
that.
motels.
Don't listen to Jay. He's had too many Coors Banquas. What do you call them? Banquets?
If I send them a Hot Wheel, it's a car.
Okay.
If I send them a business card, it's a business. If I send them a Monopoly motel, it's a motel. So you let me do my branding and you just go along.
Okay. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Where can they find us?
That's going to be played at the end.
Oh, yeah.
We pre-recorded that.
Well, and also, I think they would know if they're listening.
Already listening. Whatever. Okay. Thanks, fuckers.
Bye, fuckers.
See you next week. No. We'll be back next week.
That's going to be played.
Bye, fuckers.
Bye.
If you have a workplace story you'd like to share, email it to us at fmwlpod@gmail.com or call the rant line at 310-818-3273.
You can find Fuck My Work Life on all major podcast platforms. If you like our podcast, please consider giving us a 5-star rating on Apple, Spotify, Good Pods, or Podchaser.
If you'd like to become a patron, check out our Patreon, where you can get access to all kinds of fun perks like swag, bonus content, and virtual happy hours.
And of course, Please remember to support indie podcasts. They're working hard to provide amazing content for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Until next week.
Bye,
Bye fuckers. Got dang old fucking bridge and lock tender. That's the weirdest goddamn shit I've ever heard. I thought some son of a bitch was out there like, Cletus!
No.
I can't undo this lock, Cletus!